Hello, real estate investors or future real estate investors. Today I am up at a duplex I just bought about a month and a half ago, and I put a link up here. I made a video before I bought it asking if you guys thought it was a good deal. So today though, I wanted to cover what you can expect when you buy a rental property. You know, YouTube's full of everyone, get the numbers, you go find a deal and you buy it and you get rich, right? Money just pours in. And that is not the way it is typically. Now, sometimes if you buy a property, renovate it, and you place the tenant, yeah, maybe it is. But typically when you buy from another landlord, they're usually selling it because they're tired of dealing with those tenants. And so, yeah, you get a deal, but there's issues. So I wanted to show you this. So I don't want you to buy a property and then get surprised by these kind of issues, because if you just barely scraped enough money to get a down payment together, and you run into these issues, you're going to think this business is horrible, probably going to get blown out of it, and never buy another rental property. So you really need to understand when you go in the kind of things that are not that uncommon to encounter when you first buy a property. So let me give you a quick background story on this. So I closed on this on October 30th, and the former owner allowed me to place the tenant downstairs, so that's all good. Before I closed, actually, let me close that. Told me the upstairs tenant was going to be moving. They purchased a house and would be moving out at the end of November. Okay, great. And he actually told me at the time, that's about the greatest gift I can give to you, them moving out. So anyhow, I didn't talk to him until like November 5th. I said, where's the rent? And they said, our loan officer said not to touch the money in our account till we have closing set, but we'll pay you next week, whatever. I'm like, well, that's pretty bad advice, but whatever. They did pay the rent. I put a 10-day notice on their door with a late fee, and they did pay that rent with the late fee. So about November 20th, I get a 4 a.m. text that I'm moving out, but she's not. They're not married, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. I'm thinking, great, okay, you can pay rent with 2 of you, so how is one of you gonna pay it? So I spent about a week trying to contact her and didn't have any luck. So I finally called him, and he's like, well, she's moving with me. I don't know, what are you talking about? So apparently it was a 4 a.m. drunk text. They must have been fighting, who knows what, but anyhow, now they're saying we're both moving. It's coming in a month. I'm like, when can I come and get the keys? Kept texting, no answer, no response. So finally I looked up the emergency contact on their lease, and that's a great tip. Always get an emergency contact. Yeah, it's great for emergencies if the tenant has it, but it's also great for you to be able to get a hold of tenants when, or some of their family when they won't respond. So I contacted the mother, and she's like, they've been out since the end of the month. I'm like, well, they haven't told me that. I just can't walk into the property. So finally, the mother talked to him and got him to send me a text. So anyhow, I got in here on the 9th, and today's 11th. But anyhow, I just want to show you now, after all that drama, the issues I get to deal with. They left. And just one other little bit of the background on this. The former landlord, on the back of the lease agreement they did, wrote, this property has been fully renovated. All the flooring is new except for the kitchen and hall bath, and had them sign it. So this carpet is literally a year and a month old. So let me take you through and show you how they left it. All right, so as we enter the property, first thing you'll notice, this door's all mangled. The former owner said that it was not like that when they moved in, and apparently they took spray foam and tried to fix it. Didn't do a very good job. Now remember, this carpet is about a year and a month old. This flooring in the kitchen had not been replaced. It's obviously dated. I'm going to upgrade it with some vinyl plank. Cabinet drawer ripped off. Fridge is absolutely disgusting, and there's a horrible smell in here. I'm not sure why it smells so bad. The fridge is working. This room is not so bad. Left a lot of junk in here. That's a nasty stain. Looks like cat or dog, something. Here, I ripped the vanity off the wall. Broken toilet seat. Left a bunch of their junk in here. Carpet's not horrendous in here, just a lot of, hasn't been cleaned. Bathtub is nasty. I mean, these are kind of things, it just makes you mad because you have to spend an hour cleaning this. It doesn't cost you a lot of money, just time. But it's like, you can't clean your bathtub before you leave. It's just frustrating. Why they had this access panel off, no idea. And now we'll enter the worst room. Apparently one of their kids was in here, one or more, I have no idea. I don't think there's any way possible to salvage this carpet. It's just absolutely disgusting. Crap everywhere. So anyhow, this is the kind of stuff you deal with. And I didn't make this video to scare anyone. I just want you to know when you go into this business, you need to have a nice cash reserve to deal with issues like this. And you need to have an attitude that this is the business. This is what how I make money. This is why I get paid to do this. Because a lot of people don't want to do this, right? So this is what you do. And it makes me angry, just like I'm sure it'd make you angry. But my anger, I just focus it on, damn it, I'm going to get in there. I'm going to get this property cleaned up. I'm going to get it looking really good. And I'm going to place a really good tenant, unlike the tenant that I inherited here. So I hope this helps you. If you like this kind of content, please be sure to subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.